The question of our origins has fascinated humans for centuries. From the earliest days of human thought, we have looked to the heavens and wondered about our place in the universe. This quest for understanding has driven countless generations to seek answers in both the natural world and the spiritual realm. Where did we come from? This simple yet profound question has led to a myriad of theories and beliefs, each attempting to explain the mystery of our existence. How did life, and especially human life, begin? The origins of life on Earth are a complex tapestry woven from the threads of biology, chemistry, and even philosophy. Two main perspectives offer answers: the theory of evolution and the biblical creation narrative. These perspectives have shaped our understanding of life and our place in the cosmos. Both offer profound insights into the natural world and humanity's place within it. Evolution provides a scientific framework for understanding the diversity of life, while the biblical narrative offers a spiritual context for our existence. Understanding these perspectives and their points of agreement and disagreement is crucial for an informed view of our world. Engaging in discussions and education about these topics helps us appreciate the richness of human thought and the depth of our quest for knowledge. Evolution, as proposed by Charles Darwin, suggests that all living things share a common ancestor. This idea revolutionized our understanding of biology and the interconnectedness of all life forms. Over millions of years, small changes driven by natural forces shaped the diversity of life we see today. Natural selection, genetic mutations, and environmental pressures have all played a role in this intricate process. This view is supported by a wealth of scientific evidence, from the fossil record to the intricate workings of DNA. Fossils provide a historical record of life on Earth, while DNA reveals the genetic connections between different species. The biblical creation narrative, primarily found in the book of Genesis, offers a different perspective. It provides a spiritual explanation for the origins of the universe and life. It describes God's creation of the world and all its inhabitants in 6 days. This account emphasizes the intentional and purposeful act of creation by a divine being. This account emphasizes the special creation of humanity in God's image, highlighting our unique role and responsibility within creation. It speaks to the moral and ethical dimensions of human life, suggesting that we have a duty to care for the world and each other. These two perspectives, while seemingly different, are not necessarily mutually exclusive. Many people find ways to integrate their scientific understanding with their spiritual beliefs. Many people find ways to reconcile their faith with scientific understanding, seeing God as the author of both the natural laws governing evolution and the divine spark within each human being. This harmonious view allows for a deeper appreciation of the complexity and beauty of life, bridging the gap between science and spirituality.
Charles Darwin revolutionized our understanding of life on Earth with his theory of evolution by natural selection. This theory, published in my groundbreaking book On the Origin of Species in 1859, proposed a mechanism for how life has changed over millions of years. My central idea was that individuals within a species are not identical. They possess slight variations, and some of these variations make them better suited to their environment. These individuals are more likely to survive, reproduce, and pass on their advantageous traits to their offspring. Over countless generations, these small changes accumulate, leading to the development of new species. This process, driven by natural selection, explains the incredible diversity of life we see today, from the smallest bacteria to the largest whales.
Darwin's theory was initially met with skepticism. However, a growing body of evidence has since solidified its place as a cornerstone of modern biology. Fossil records reveal a progression of life forms over time, with transitional fossils linking extinct creatures to their modern descendants. Furthermore, advances in genetics have provided compelling evidence for evolution. By comparing the DNA of different species, scientists can trace their evolutionary relationships and estimate how long ago they shared a common ancestor.
The biblical creation narrative, primarily found in the book of Genesis, offers a different perspective on the origin of life and the universe. It is a story that has been passed down through generations, providing a foundational understanding for many about the beginnings of existence. It describes God's creation of the world and all its inhabitants in 6 days, culminating in the creation of humanity. Each day of creation is marked by a specific act of divine will, showcasing a methodical and purposeful process. This account emphasizes the special creation of humans in God's image, highlighting our unique role and responsibility within creation. It suggests that humans are not just another part of the natural world, but hold a distinct and elevated position. According to Genesis, God spoke the world into existence, creating light, which symbolizes the beginning of order and clarity in the universe. Separating the waters from the sky, establishing the heavens and the earth as distinct realms, and forming the land and seas, creating a habitable environment for future life forms. He then populated the earth with plants, animals, and finally, humanity. Each form of life was created with intention and purpose, contributing to the overall balance and beauty of the world. This narrative emphasizes God's power and sovereignty over all creation, positioning him as the ultimate source of life and order in the universe. It portrays a world that is intricately designed and maintained by a higher power. The creation of Adam and Eve, the first humans, is particularly significant in the Genesis account. Their story is not just about their physical creation, but also about their relationship with each other and with God. They are created in God's image, given dominion over the earth and its creatures. This dominion is not about exploitation, but about stewardship and care for the world. This unique status sets humans apart from the rest of creation and implies a special relationship with God, one that is based on mutual respect and responsibility. One characterized by responsibility, stewardship, and the potential for communion with the divine. This relationship calls for humans to act as caretakers of the earth, preserving its beauty and resources for future generations.
The Genesis creation narrative provides a framework for understanding the world and our place within it. It offers a lens through which we can view our responsibilities and our potential for greatness. It emphasizes the goodness of creation, suggesting that the world is inherently valuable and worthy of respect. The sanctity of human life, highlighting the intrinsic worth of every individual and the importance of living in harmony with both God and nature. This harmony is seen as essential for the well-being of both humanity and the planet, encouraging a lifestyle that is mindful, respectful, and sustainable. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting evolution comes from the fossil record. Fossils, which are the preserved remains or traces of ancient organisms, provide a fascinating glimpse into the history of life on Earth. They serve as time capsules, capturing moments from millions of years ago and allowing us to piece together the story of how life has evolved. Fossils are the preserved remains or traces of ancient organisms, providing a glimpse into the history of life on Earth. These remnants can include bones, shells, imprints, or even traces of ancient activity like footprints or burrows. Each fossil tells a unique story about the organism it once was and the environment it lived in. They are found embedded in layers of rock, with older layers lying beneath younger ones. This layering, known as stratification, is crucial for understanding the chronological sequence of life on Earth. By studying these layers, scientists can determine the relative ages of fossils and reconstruct the timeline of evolutionary history. This stratification allows scientists to create a timeline of life, revealing how organisms have changed over millions of years. By examining the different layers, researchers can identify periods of significant evolutionary change, mass extinctions, and the emergence of new species. This timeline is like a roadmap, guiding us through the complex journey of life's evolution. By studying fossils, scientists have discovered extinct creatures that bear striking similarities to modern organisms, suggesting evolutionary relationships. These discoveries help us understand how certain traits have been passed down and modified over generations, leading to the diversity of life we see today.
For example, Archaeopteryx, a feathered dinosaur, exhibits traits of both reptiles and birds, supporting the idea that birds evolved from dinosaur ancestors. This remarkable fossil bridges the gap between two major groups of animals, providing a tangible link in the evolutionary chain. Furthermore, the discovery of transitional fossils, which possess characteristics of both ancestral and descendant species, provides strong evidence for evolution. These fossils are like snapshots of evolutionary transitions, showing how gradual changes can lead to the emergence of new species over time. These fossils demonstrate the gradual changes that occur over time, linking different species and highlighting the interconnectedness of life. They show us that evolution is not a series of sudden leaps, but a slow and continuous process of adaptation and change. Genetic studies provide another powerful line of evidence for evolution. By examining the genetic material of different organisms, scientists can uncover the hidden relationships between species and trace their evolutionary paths.
By comparing the DNA of different species, scientists can determine their evolutionary relationships and estimate how long ago they shared a common ancestor. This genetic information complements the fossil record, providing a more complete picture of how life has evolved. The more similar the DNA sequences, the more closely related the species. This genetic similarity is a powerful indicator of common ancestry and evolutionary relationships. For example, humans and chimpanzees share about 98.8% of their DNA, indicating a close evolutionary relationship. This high degree of genetic similarity suggests that humans and chimpanzees diverged from a common ancestor relatively recently in evolutionary terms. This genetic similarity is consistent with the fossil record, which suggests that humans and chimpanzees diverged from a common ancestor around 6 to 8 million years ago. Together, fossils and genetic evidence weave a compelling narrative of life's history, illustrating the dynamic and interconnected nature of evolution.